Hey Lakers fans, it's time to dive deep into the latest updates from the team, and honestly, it has been a roller coaster so far this season. The recent game against the Suns really highlighted some of the challenges the Lakers are facing, and while one bad game doesn't define a season, it certainly points to areas that need attention. Look, losing streaks and tough nights happen in the NBA. That's part of the grind. You can't expect a team to always play perfectly, especially when you consider the long stretches of consecutive games and the level of competition out there. Even during winning streaks, it becomes obvious that the Lakers could benefit from some strategic adjustments, particularly when it comes to having versatile, two-way athletes who can switch seamlessly on the perimeter. Take Gabe Vincent, for example. He's a solid player, but in certain matchups, he shows his limitations. Against athletic guards like Dillon Brooks, the mismatch becomes evident. You start thinking about how much more effective someone like Keon Ellis or Matisse Thybulle could be in those situations, players who combine perimeter defense with consistent shooting. The Lakers aren't necessarily looking for superstars alone. There's real value in acquiring multiple second-tier players who can complement the roster and bring depth, defensive versatility, and floor spacing. If the Lakers could add a few of these types of players, it would give the team more flexibility in rotations and better matchups against high-paced, athletic teams. Creativity in trades is going to be key. There are always possibilities to swap contracts or combine multiple pieces to land the talent you need. Think about taking on a player like Malik Monk from Sacramento to incentivize the other team while preserving core assets. Maybe pair that with a move for someone like Sadiq Bey through a multiplayer swap, potentially clearing salary space while still landing versatile contributors. The front office needs to explore combinations that maximize roster efficiency without giving up premium assets unnecessarily. Trades aren't just about talent. They're about timing, opportunity, and the right fit for both teams. A player may want out, another team may be looking to shed salary, and suddenly, a creative swap becomes feasible. The Lakers have the chance to navigate these options intelligently, and that's where strategic thinking can make a real difference. Meanwhile, some current rotations raise questions. In the Suns game, it was noticeable that certain defensive assignments could have been handled differently. A bigger, longer player like Jared Vanderbilt could have taken on guards like Dillon Brooks to provide better rim protection and rebounding presence. Instead, smaller, inconsistent defenders were tasked with challenging explosive wings, and that mismatch showed up on the scoreboard. Having athletic, length-driven players out on the perimeter isn't just a luxury. It directly impacts the team's ability to defend transition plays, contest shots, and create turnovers. Vanderbilt, for example, embodies the type of player who can change the energy on both ends, grabbing boards, disrupting passes, and challenging opponents' shots, which the Lakers could certainly use more consistently. It's not just about defense, though. Offensive spacing and the ability to push the pace are crucial. When the Lakers face young, athletic teams, their lack of perimeter quickness and length can make them vulnerable to fast breaks and transition scoring. Teams that swing the ball quickly and exploit gaps in rotations have been able to build leads and control the tempo, and that's precisely what happened against Phoenix. By creating turnovers and moving the ball efficiently, the Suns were able to stretch the Lakers thin, forcing rotations that exposed mismatches and left open shots. This is where adding versatile wings and defensive-minded athletes becomes critical. You're not just filling spots on the bench. You're shoring up fundamental weaknesses that appear in high-pressure moments, especially against teams that excel in transition. Even with these challenges, there's still a lot of potential for the current roster to compete at a high level. LeBron James, Lucas, and Austin Reeves continue to deliver strong performances, and as LeBron regains his rhythm and confidence, the team's dynamics will improve significantly. He may be slightly more passive at the moment, but his influence on both ends remains unmatched, and once he fully ramps up, the Lakers will have a much easier time handling rotations, closing out games, and controlling tempo. That could also allow key contributors like Lucas and Reeves to manage their minutes more effectively, avoiding fatigue and maintaining peak performance throughout stretches of tough competition. With the right supporting cast additions, the Lakers can enhance both offensive versatility and defensive resilience without overhauling the entire roster. The core issue comes down to depth and athleticism on the wings. Players capable of defending multiple positions, moving fluidly in transition, and hitting open shots are essential to competing against teams that thrive on speed and spacing. You can see this formula play out over and over. Force turnovers, push in transition, keep the Lakers rotating, and suddenly mismatches appear. That's where strategic roster additions come into play. Even acquiring a few high-level second-tier players can shift the balance significantly, providing the Lakers with more options for defensive matchups, increased floor spacing, and the ability to maintain pace without sacrificing energy or effectiveness on either end of the court. Beyond the immediate games, there's also the opportunity to shape the team for the rest of the season. Trades and acquisitions aren't just about plugging holes. They're about creating a sustainable structure for consistent competitiveness. By prioritizing length, versatility, and two-way athleticism, the Lakers can protect themselves against fast-paced, transition-heavy teams while maintaining offensive firepower. The challenge lies in identifying the right pieces, negotiating creatively, and executing moves that enhance the roster without compromising core strengths. When done right, these additions can elevate the team's performance in close games, reduce vulnerabilities and mismatches, and create a more balanced and resilient squad ready for playoff contention. Continuing with the Lakers situation, it's clear that while the core of the team has talent, the gaps on the wings and perimeter defense remain the primary challenge. The season has been full of moments where the Lakers' lack of versatility against faster, more athletic teams has been exposed. Watching games like the matchup against Phoenix, it's almost a textbook demonstration of what happens when a team struggles to keep up with pace and agility. The Suns moved the ball quickly, pushed into transition the second the Lakers missed a rotation, and capitalized on every mismatch. It's not just about having great players, it's about having the right types of players in the right roles. The Lakers can't rely solely on their stars to cover all weaknesses. Depth and strategic rotation planning are critical, and that starts with the wing position. Athleticism, size, and defensive versatility are the traits that can make the difference between a blowout loss and a competitive, hard-fought game. Players like Jared Vanderbilt and Theo are exactly what the Lakers need. They can switch on multiple positions, protect the rim, rebound aggressively, and contest shots effectively. Those contributions might not always show up in highlight reels, but they directly impact the flow of the game, especially in high-pressure situations against fast-moving offenses. When a team like Phoenix or OKC pushes the pace, the Lakers have to have players capable of keeping up, rotating quickly, and maintaining defensive integrity. Otherwise, even with LeBron and Lucas orchestrating the offense, the team can find itself chasing leads, reacting instead of controlling the tempo. The challenge for the front office is finding ways to integrate players who bring these qualities while also maintaining offensive balance. Trades and acquisitions are a puzzle of fit, timing, and opportunity. The ideal scenario is landing multiple pieces that complement the existing stars without disrupting chemistry. That could mean acquiring second-tier players who provide athleticism, length, and defensive flexibility. These aren't necessarily marquee names, but players who thrive in the system and elevate the team's overall performance. Think of a player who can guard multiple positions, hit open shots consistently, and contribute in transition. Even one or two of these players can drastically improve rotation efficiency and open up more strategic options in high-stakes moments. Offensively, the Lakers are in a strong position with stars like LeBron, Lucas, and Austin Reeves leading the charge. Their playmaking ability allows the team to generate open looks, and as LeBron regains rhythm and comfort on the floor, that dynamic will only improve. However, minutes management is key. Both Lucas and Reeves have been logging heavy minutes, which can lead to fatigue over long stretches. Bringing in complementary players who can relieve some of this burden while maintaining defensive and offensive quality is essential. The Lakers' goal shouldn't just be to survive games. They should be aiming to dominate matchups by leveraging both their stars and their supporting cast effectively. One area that has been under discussion is how the Lakers handle fast-paced teams. Transition defense has been a recurring issue. When opponents create turnovers and push the ball, the Lakers' perimeter defenders often struggle to recover, leaving open lanes and uncontested shots. By adding players with length and quickness, the team can slow down these high-tempo offenses, contest shots effectively, and maintain better control over the pace. A few key additions could also enhance the team's ability to rotate defensively without overloading the stars, which in turn would allow LeBron and Lucas to conserve energy for crucial moments. The combination of improved defensive versatility and sustained offensive output is exactly what the Lakers need to compete consistently at a championship level. Beyond the tactical side, chemistry and mindset are equally important. Integrating new players successfully requires understanding roles and maximizing each individual's strengths. The front office and coaching staff have to be strategic about rotations, ensuring that players fit the system and contribute in ways that complement the stars. For example, adding a player who can switch on multiple positions, grab boards, and create turnovers might not be the flashiest acquisition, but it could completely change the outcome of tight games. Similarly, a shooter who stretches the floor while defending aggressively can balance offensive spacing with defensive reliability. These subtle, nuanced contributions often make the difference between a team that falters in the playoffs and one that advances deep into contention. Looking ahead, it's also important to consider timing. Trades and acquisitions are most effective when they address immediate needs without compromising future flexibility. By targeting players who offer the specific attributes that the Lakers currently lack: athleticism, perimeter defense, versatility, the team can enhance performance without sacrificing long-term assets. Multiplayer swaps, creative salary adjustments, and leveraging opportunities with other teams can all contribute to achieving these goals. It's about maximizing impact per acquisition, ensuring each addition strengthens the roster both tactically and strategically. Even with all of this, the core stars remain the foundation of the team. LeBron, Lucas, and Austin Reeves provide leadership, scoring, and playmaking that are unmatched. The additions would not be about replacing this core, but about supplementing it, creating a more complete and resilient team. Depth becomes crucial during back-to-back games, long road trips, and playoff stretches where matchups are increasingly challenging. The Lakers need players who can step in, maintain defensive integrity, and provide offensive support, keeping the team competitive in every quarter. The combination of smart acquisitions and strategic rotation management will ultimately determine how far this team can go. What also stands out is how the Lakers' struggles against athletic, pace-heavy teams are consistently exposed, and why these acquisitions are not just optional. They are essential. Watching games against Phoenix, Atlanta, or Oklahoma City highlights patterns that can't be ignored. Turnovers, transition defense, mismatches. These are recurring themes that can be addressed with the right additions. It's not about replacing stars or overhauling the roster. It's about shoring up specific weaknesses that, if addressed, could turn close losses into wins. Athletic wings, length, and defensive versatility remain the primary targets, and the front office has to navigate the market creatively to find solutions that make sense both immediately and in the long term. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, the basketball world is buzzing with whispers that could shake the foundations of the NBA landscape. Kevin Durant, one of the league's most prolific scorers and arguably the most unstoppable offensive force of his generation, is reportedly heading to the Los Angeles Lakers. While nothing has been officially confirmed beyond speculation, sources close to the situation hint that talks between Durant and the Lakers have reached an advanced stage, igniting a frenzy among fans and pundits alike. Durant's name has long been linked to blockbuster moves and headline-grabbing trades, but a potential reunion with LeBron James, coupled with the Lakers' storied championship ambitions, would mark a seismic shift in the balance of power across the league. Analysts are already debating what this pairing could mean for the Lakers' dynamics, pondering how Durant's lethal scoring and versatility might mesh with a roster hungry for dominance. Some suggest the move could elevate the Lakers back to the forefront of title contention almost immediately, while others caution that integrating two superstars of Durant and LeBron's caliber is never without challenges. Meanwhile, social media has exploded with reactions ranging from sheer excitement to cautious skepticism. Hashtags like hashtag Durant to Lakers and hashtag Hollywood Dream Team have begun trending, and fan forums are filled with animated debates over rotations, fit, and what this could mean for other teams scrambling to respond. Even rival franchises are reportedly taking notes, strategizing how to counter a potential Lakers juggernaut. Though Durant has never shied away from high-profile moves, the timing and optics of a possible Lakers stint are generating a unique kind of buzz, an intoxicating blend of hope, hype, and speculation. If the rumor proves true, the NBA could be on the verge of witnessing one of its most tantalizing storylines in years, a superstar alliance in Los Angeles that might redefine the league's hierarchy. Until then, fans and insiders alike are left on the edge of their seats, awaiting either confirmation or another twist in a saga that already feels larger than life. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.